Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network.
I believe I saw also that Marjorie Taylor Greene wants President Biden to pull out of NATO.
Yeah, well, we don't pay attention to her.
We'll talk.
I mean, she was kicked out of the Freedom Caucus.
Was she?
She was.
Because they seem to be confused over it. She doesn't seem to know if she's been kicked out or not. She's saying she hasn't been told. And
she's been kicked out.
And the Freedom Caucus is saying, yeah, we voted. There was like actually...
It was leaked out of the Freedom Caucus that she was kicked out.
Yeah, there was a story, I think I sent it to you late yesterday.
Yeah.
Apparently, the Freedom Caucus is getting really touchy about this now, being asked by reporters if she's been kicked out.
Yeah.
And
they're a little tired of it.
Yeah, Ralph Northam said, why don't you just ask her? And then he went on to say, a reporter asked, isn't the Freedom Caucus bylaws that you can throw out a member... Is it in the Freedom Caucus bylaws that you can throw out a member? And he says any organization's got a mechanism for dis-relocating somebody.
What?
Dis-relocating somebody.
What does that mean?
I'm assuming that's that's South Carolina for remove.
Okay.
You never know.
Yeah.
And then the caucus chair, Scott Perry, said that he doesn't discuss Freedom Caucus personnel decisions as if she's an employee of the Freedom Caucus. And This is like some sort of like employee confidentiality law.
Right.
That's not the way it works.
No.
Andy Harris complained, no comment. And when asked why the chair was unable to confirm whether or not she'd been voted out, he said, because it's his business. It's none of your business. It's our business. It's none of your business. These are children.
Yeah, they are. They are children.
They're big babies. And I that kind of like tracks with Marjorie Taylor Greene saying, oh no, I don't know. No one's told me, because it's just these stupid, petty games that they're playing.
Yeah.
And sorry if we're a little distracted. We're trying to get Zoom up and running so we can see Chris on the camera with me.
The list of meetings isn't populating. So what's going on?
Well, we're not alone here in studio together.
Right.
We are here in studio together. And look, we got some callers over here. So let's go to the phone lines. Let's go to Leslie in Illinois. Leslie, how are you doing this morning?
Well, hi.
Hi.
We're all sending love and light to Stephanie, but you guys are crushing it. I mean, you and Jody, Chris, and you and Travis, you guys are just great. And I wanted to say that it really helps keep our sanity when you and all the guests you have on, you combine the good information with humor. I mean, it really does everything. We were in Madison, Wisconsin this past weekend. My husband was exhibiting at an art show there, and it was such a nice atmosphere. We saw gay people holding hands. We saw drag queens dining outside, and it was just all so normal. No children were being traumatized, and everybody was peacefully coexisting, and it just reminds me there's more good people in the world than bad. The bad just gets so much more attention, and that's what I always look for, that to keep my own sanity.
Well, first of all, let's give all the credit to Chris and Jody, because they've been holding it together. I've been on vacation. I don't know where I'm at or what time it is right now.
We're trying. We're trying.
Well, you guys are doing a great job, and it really it's the humor isn't just funny. It really is helping us balance all the the hateful laws that are being passed, and just the ignorance out there, that these laws about not teaching children proper complete history. Just all that stuff just sort of depresses me. But then I turn around and I get some humor from you guys, and you're just doing a great job.
Well, thank you. It sounds like we're like the new Threads app. It's peaceful. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's not threatening. I saw that you guys got on Threads last week. You guys were talking about Threads.
Yeah, I've been using it a lot more than I've been using Twitter.
Seriously, that was I think I threaded that early on, that I'm actually finding myself going to Threads to make my posts before I go to Twitter now. And I think that says a lot about how quickly the adoption of that app has taken up.
Well, Jody and I were talking about Threads a lot earlier this week and last week, and I'm like, I would use it all the time if they had a desktop option.
That's the one thing that I'm missing out on.
And the ability to schedule things.
Yes. Yeah. But you know what? Considering that they launched this thing and it was kind of like surprise.
Yeah.
I love the way it rolled out. I love that like instantly there are all of these users, people that I'm familiar with. It looks and feels like my Twitter feed with 90% less hate.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm enjoying that. And I don't know if that's just because those are the people who have adopted Threads.
Some spam is starting to creep in, I've noticed.
Okay, I haven't had that issue yet. I don't know if it's just those are the people who are adopting Threads and Twitter is where the Nazis decided to stay and reside.
I don't know.
It's all very, very weird. There was actually an article in the Daily Beast that I was looking at last night, and apparently Twitter employees are now secretly joining Threads because they want to see what the experience is like, and
Sure.
they're saying it's just better.
Yeah, it is.
It's
It's better. It's less toxicity.
Yeah.
I don't know who was I. I was watching one of the Channel 5 local morning news or something, and they were like, "Yeah, Threads is like Twitter, except it's less toxic."
Yeah.
That's why I'm there.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I'm still getting all of the news and information I need. What will be a factor for us here in the show is like we use Twitter. It's a very, very useful tool for us for gathering sound bites and things like that.
You know what? Those same people are now on Threads.
But having a desktop
Right.
app is going to make a big difference in
Yeah.
that for us.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I've noticed not being
Or
able
even
to
just
do.
a web page. I noticed that if you go to someone's Twitter, someone's Instagram on desktop,
Yeah.
there is a little Threads mark that will
Yes.
take you to their Threads, but you can't do much with it. You just see like the first 3 threads that they do, and,
Yeah.
and that's it.
It's kind of a holder page.
So
for it.
it looks like they're kind of ramping up the desktop version.
Fingers crossed. I hope so.
Yes.
And I did the weird thing of I could get actually my real name for Threads.
Uh-huh.
So I created a new Instagram account just so I could have Travis D. Bone.
Okay.
Because the real T. Bone, which I use on Twitter, is already taken by some loser.
Really?
It was taken on Instagram years ago. Years
Okay.
ago. I was never able to get my same handle, so I
Okay.
went ahead and did Travis D. Bone. So if
Yeah.
you're looking for me on there, I did post on what would be my normal Instagram handle, the one and only T. Bone, that this is the handle I was using, so people can find me that way as
Okay.
well.
Good.
But no, the Threads experience, it's delightful.
Yeah.
It's absolutely
I
delightful.
like it.
And also, I'm training it on a new algorithm of being happy and not necessarily watching the news 24 hours a day because I'm going to be moving on.
Yeah, you are going to be moving on.
8 days, folks. 8 days, folks, of getting up at this hour.
Have you had meetings and stuff with them yet?
We've had meetings.
Uh-huh.
I've been announced for just to reset for everyone who wasn't or didn't hear last Wednesday. I will be going to join Jackie Schechner, our
Yep.
beloved Jackie Schechner, over at AHF.
Uh-huh.
That's the AIDS Healthcare Foundation here in Los Angeles. And very, very excited about that. I was actually talking with Hal Sparks about it yesterday, and he said to be sure and give Jackie a big hug. And I
Yep.
said it's going to be a huge hug.
They used to do the wonky nonk together.
I know.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really, really fun to see and talk to Jackie. Let's go.
And you're going to be working in a high rise.
I am. I'm gonna be working in a high rise with like lots of employees.
Yeah.
And apparently, like when they
In an office.
Jackie was telling me when they sent the announcement out, apparently one of the employees recognized my name from when I first moved to LA, and he's like, "Oh, it's that Daddy Travis." We all thought he was. I was like, I was only 30.
You had gray hair.
I was 30 something.
You had gray hair.
I've been a daddy since I was
Yes,
30.
you have. Yes.
There it is, my first drink of the day, Z-Biotics Pre-Alcohol Probiotic. Many of you know my story. I stopped drinking wine for 3 years during COVID, during the lockdown as part of a health reset. Now I drink wine in moderation, but this is an amazing new product. I've always believed in probiotics. And Z-Biotics, check this out. You drink just one of these. It's the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. I am using this and I feel great in the morning. I don't have to worry if I have an extra glass of wine, I still feel great in the morning. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. I've always had acid reflux problems. It is this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day. Z-Biotics produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. All I know is it works. It is Z-Biotics Pre-Alcohol Probiotic. Go to zbiotics.com/politicalvoices or scan the QR code on the screen right now.